I'm logged in using 3IAM Fabric user, and I have changed the display name to 3IAM Fabric user because I'll not make this user as admin. I'll be creating a separate admin user, and then I'll make that particular user as admin. Anyway, this is the Fabric console, and there are multiple things here. This is the home screen, then you have workspaces here. If you create multiple workspaces, then all those workspaces would be seen here, which we'll see later on. By default, you get a personal workspace, and by default, the name is my workspace, and you cannot change the name also. And it is always better to use another workspace which is not my workspace, because there are a lot of features or a lot of capabilities which we cannot do in my workspace. Then you have one lake catalog, and here we define multiple different items. Again, we'll talk about items later on, and we'll create multiple items in one lake catalog also. You can use one lake catalog to govern your entire Fabric components, and you can use one lake catalog to secure your entire Fabric footprint. Then you have monitor. This is nothing but the monitor hub provided by Azure, but there is a direct integration of monitor with Fabric. Then we have a real-time hub, which is used to work on real-time analytics or real-time intelligence. Then there are various different workloads also that can be integrated with Fabric. And here we have the My Workspace, which is the default workspace that we get whenever we create Fabric. And there are multiple other options also, like creating, browsing, etc. We'll go through it one by one later on. Now, before I proceed further, I wanted to show you the settings, which is the settings for Fabric. So you see this gear button. This is the general setting for Fabric, and there are a lot of things that can be done inside of the settings. First, let's look at the general setting itself. Here we have the language, the notifications, then you have item settings, and the only setting that is allowed is Power BI. Then you have various developer settings, which is Power BI developer mode, not the Fabric developer mode. Then you have personal settings like the trial license, how much data is getting used, etc. And we can buy Pro now from here. The Pro is a Power BI licensing mode. Fabric licensing mode is different. We'll talk about licensing mode in the next chapter itself. Then these are all Power BI settings, but here we have connections and gateways. And there are various different connections that we can create. We can create connections from on-premise data gateways, meaning that we can use on-premise data sources also, but to connect to those data sources, we'll need connections to on-premise sources. And for that, we need on-premise data gateways. Similarly, we can create virtual network data gateway, which is essentially a data gateway created on the virtual network. And then we have Azure Key Vault reference. This is mainly for Azure Key Vault connections, which might not be needed as much. And then after this, we have Azure Analysis Services migration. So using this, we can create a migration setup. And finally, we have admin portal and one lake catalog. So if we select admin portal, I'll not be able to see anything because this user, which is 3IAM Fabric, does not have any capability, or it does not have the admin access. Now, admin access is used for handling or managing Fabric capacity. We'll talk about it again in the next section. Then finally, we have one lake catalog, which is nothing but the one lake catalog. So if you click there, it takes you to the one lake catalog. Now, if you go to home, now there are multiple options here. We have new workspace, we have something called general, we have basic data analytics using SQL or SQL endpoint, SQL analytics endpoint rather, medallion architecture, etc. Of course, we'll talk about these as the course proceeds, but this is how the Fabric console is. Now I'll be creating an user who should be a Fabric administrator, because it is better to work using an admin account when you are performing training or when you are learning something. And if you go to any organization, you'll be getting a non-admin account to work on Fabric. So I'll be using this particular account later on. I'll show you how we can use non-admin user. But right now, let me go ahead and create a Fabric admin user, and I'll be using the Fabric admin user to connect to the Fabric console.